Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Secure Your Athletes Scholarships Now. Thank you for joining me again on this wonderful Friday. I hope you're all having a wonderful start to the weekend or heading into a wonderful start to the weekend if you're in Thursday still somewhere else in the world. But thank you for joining me. I really appreciate your continued loyalty and support with my huge mission of being able to help as many elite student athletes as possible to gain that well-deserved entry into the college of their dreams. And it is possible. So stick with me and I will show you how. So, firstly, of course, can't make a show without it. Hit that bell above and subscribe today so that you never ever miss one of our videos, and you can always watch the replays. Every single one of them has an extra little resource, little tidbit, little piece of information and an action step that you can take away and start implementing straight away with your athlete. So if you're only new to these videos, go back to the start and you will well and truly take the steps that you should be taking in the correct order that you should be taking them also. So this episode today is my favorite, all about scheduling, creating those sport and study schedules so that we can keep our athletes focused, keep them on track, make sure they are meeting every single deadline, never missing an interview, never missing a meeting, never missing a due exam date, etc., etc. To-do lists and schedules are the most important thing right now for you to get your athlete into the habit of having. When they go to college, it is all about scheduling. They need to stick to a very strict schedule, and it is best to condition them for that now, and we will know that they will be A-okay when they go through those college gates and start that wonderful journey on that amazing free ride, right? Alrighty, so it is so important, of course, that you have a wonderful very set in stone, very strict sporting and study schedule. You also have to remember, though, that there are things that you will need to include within those schedules that goes just a little bit deeper than just study and sport. There are so many things that you can have your athlete sticking to a schedule on, and we don't really want to overflow them. So I have one very big key takeaway at the end of this video, so stick with me. Okay, so don't forget, when you are creating a schedule for your athlete, here is a few things that you can include to make sure that your athlete is going to be sticking to a schedule, staying on track, and not feeling overwhelmed and stressed and daunted and all of those horrible other feelings that can come along when we're not sticking with schedule. Excuse me. So start with, of course, the most important thing here is their study, right? They're not going to college to just sit there twiddling their thumbs and then playing sport for the rest of the time. They're going there to study. So we need to have all of that in order first. So when you are creating a schedule for their study, you want to be including assessments. Every assessment that you can possibly think of, have them in there. Now, this can be assessments outside and inside of school. So say they're taking extracurricular exams and things like that to help them along their journey, then you do need to be thinking about every single assessment. So we're talking assignments, presentations, projects, assessments, exams. All of these things all need to go into that academic part. You also want to be including class schedules. Excuse me. Here's my throat on me again. So you want to be including class schedules as well. Now, it might not be possible for you to get every class schedule, but if you can get every class schedule your athlete will be utilizing throughout the entire year, then grab them and put them in. You want to do a yearly academic plan. So this is where all of this goes. Your scheduling is a massive part of your athlete's 2020 academic and sporting plan. So make sure, if you can, that you are putting every class schedule in there. If you can't get every class schedule, make sure you are putting everyone in there that you can get. Now, you also want to be including intensive study sessions. Now, this is time when they need to go to the library and really study intensely for an upcoming exam or for their assessment or for a project or a presentation, performances that they have to put on. All of these things are going to require very intensive study sessions at times. So if you do have a good outline of what your athlete's schedule at school is going to look like next year, then definitely make sure that you are including intense study sessions. Now, these are not just 20-minute, 45-minute study sessions. These are like 3-hour study sessions, and they need them. Trust me, I'm a university graduate, and I can't tell you the countless hours that were put into the actual intense study periods outside of normal academic routines. So it is very important that you are including those in there as well. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so from there, you want to be starting the sports schedule. Now, when you are doing a sporting schedule, communicate with your athlete. So really make sure that you are communicating with your athlete and with their coach. So you need to know what competitions, what type of training, how long training sessions are going to be, how long recovery times are going to be after certain competitions, after certain training sessions, intense training sessions. Some intense training sessions require more recovery time than a lighter training session. Your athlete's coach is going to know all of this, and they want your athlete to succeed as much as you do. They are the little buddies that they've taken under their wings, right? And they're shaping them. They are helping them grow and get to this point. So they are your best asset. So make sure that when you are creating that sporting schedule, that you are thinking about training, you're thinking about competition, you're thinking about recovery times, you're thinking about travel, the amount of travel that you are going to have to do. Does your athlete need to travel to and from just normal training sessions? Are they traveling in and out of state for competitions, in and out of the country for competitions? Take all of this into account, and hint, don't forget to utilize travel time for study. What else are we doing for hours and hours, folks? Get them reading, even if it's just something light, but really make sure that they are utilizing those extra times that they can when they are away and they're not undertaking normal academic routine at the time. All universities are very accommodating of their athletes, travel time away, things like that. They sometimes will even let them go to another campus to sit exams if they are away for a few weeks at a time. So always keep your eye out for things like that, but definitely think about all of everything to do with sports, recovery, sleep, 7 to 9 hours sleep for an elite athlete every single night, no less. So recovery time and competitions, all the rest, okay? Travel, please make sure you're including all of these, and then anything else you can think of that is going to take your athlete's time needs to go into the schedule. The less time that you can take your athlete out of their schedule, the better. Create spare blocks of time that you can utilize if you need to, in case of injury, illness, extra study sessions, or out of the blue appointments, all of these things. If you have just an extra study, like an extra spare block somewhere there throughout your plan, then it's okay if there is something that pops up, because you can do the switcheroo. And most colleges and universities are very good with that. And I'm sure your athlete's high school will be just as accommodating if they know the circumstances. So do make sure that you are really thinking about that also. Now, my big takeaway from this one that I really want you to think about is fun. Please don't forget to schedule in the fun for your athlete. They're so amazing at what they do. They're totally awesome. They have an amazing work ethic, determination, grit, all of the rest of it. We forget how young they are sometimes, and that they still need to have fun. So please include into your athlete sporting and study schedules holidays, every seasonal holiday, every bit of time that they are able to grab to even go on a shopping trip, or have an outing with friends for the day, go to the movies, whatever it is that makes your athlete happy, schedule time in for that, and schedule it every single week. It gives them something to look forward to every week outside of school and sport, so they can let a little bit go and relax and not have to worry so much and be using so much brain power and muscle power and all the rest. They can just kind of chill. So don't forget to put the fun chill times in as well. Alrighty. So one very important thing I want you to think about with scheduling is this. It is a visual reminder for your athlete that they are on the right path. They're taking the right steps. when they get to a point and they feel a bit stuck, they can look back at everything they've achieved so far that they thought that they wouldn't, and they can see how amazing they are and how well they are going and how on track they are. And we as parents can assure them that they do not need to be stressed, overwhelmed, or even fearful that you as parents won't be able to afford college. So we're going to erase all of that. We are going to get them that free ride through college. Alrighty, that's it. I'll leave you with that for scheduling. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, a reminder, we have our free 5-day live workshop coming up on the 13th of January, kicking off at 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard. This is a golden egg right here, folks. So please do get yourself registered today. You can do so by popping over to my private Facebook group, Promoting Elevating Athletes. Get registered. We are going to go through everything from college and scholarship choices to kicking financial fear to the curb. Yay! We are going to go through creating a wonderful online presence to get your athlete in front of coaches sooner. We will be creating sports portfolios. We will be going through the application stages. It's all there, and it's 5 days of live workshopping. Heaps of bonuses, prizes, giveaways. It's going to be a party. So make sure you pop on over to our Facebook group and get yourself registered today. Spots are limited just to keep Facebook happy. Alrighty, folks. Again, hit that bell above and subscribe to secure your athlete scholarships now so you do not ever miss an episode. Alrighty, thank you again for joining me. I'm Brooke Hamilton. I'm the founder and CEO of PEA International. And just remember, your athlete success is my number one priority. And together, we will help your athlete achieve the college dream on a sports scholarship, or 10 or 20 or however many, they'll get that free ride. Alrighty, folks, I can't wait to keep working with you, and I'll see you right back here next Friday for episode 6. Alrighty, take care. Bye.